Hey, he was back today. Karl Malone making a major announcement, a lifetime partnership with the Utah Food Bank.
Haley Cromwell heard from Malone today and the food bank about what it all means.
So Malone and his wife Kay were in Heber, where they're building a home today to make that announcement. Now, they have donated to the food bank in the past, including a tractor and semi-trailer. And Malone's wife says this is finishing what they've started.
I want to end hunger in Utah.
Today, Karl Malone made a big commitment to the Utah Food Bank.
So we're here today to make this announcement with the Utah Food Bank. We're going to do a lifetime partnership.
The partnership will allow people to drop off food at Karl Malone Group locations, car and power sports dealerships located throughout Utah.
The Utah Food Bank and the Karl Malone Group, everybody will be able to go drop their goods off there. We'll purchase the first pallets in all 15 of our stores.
And Malone says after talking with Jeanette Bott, president and CEO of the Utah Food Bank, he knows now is the time to help.
I just talked to Miss Jeanette, and I want to be serious here. She got tears in her eyes, and she said, I don't know how you knew. She said, but we're hurting.
Bott says the partnership can have a real impact.
For years and years in Utah, we knew and have always known the mailman will deliver, and he's done it again today.
She says it can help meet the demand, which has increased during COVID.
We're slowly recovering, but food is the one item that everyone needs.
Malone's wife, Kay, says they aren't finished yet and have more in store for the state of Utah. And the pair says they're happy to be home.
I feel home. I feel complete.
Now, Malone challenged the other states where they have locations, including his home state of Louisiana, to also step up and collect donations. Here in Utah, you can drop off items at any of the Karl Malone Group locations, or places like Provo, Park City, and here in West Valley. The Utah Food Bank tells me they need items like canned vegetables and meat, particularly. In West Valley, Haley Cromwell, 2 News.
Hey, don't look now, but a nationwide food shortage is coming to a school near you.
Food suppliers nationwide are having trouble filling food orders, and it's affecting your kids.
Yeah, Chris Jones and our Beyond the Books team, they're looking into the supply chain that seems to be breaking down.
Guys, the cupboards at Utah schools are far from bare at this point, but it's getting more and more difficult to fill them.
Before the pandemic, these food service workers at Tooele High School would know sometimes 3 months in advance what would be on the menu for a particular day.
Meals are subject to change without notice, and that is a daily occurrence now.
But Tooele School Nutrition Director Casey Kress says today, thanks to a nationwide supply chain shortage, the menu is changing sometimes just a week before lunch is served.
It's not ideal, but nothing's ideal right now.
Kress says in addition, he has seen an increase in the cost of food. He says that has gone up by about 6% this year.
Have you ever seen it like this, where these kinds of substitutions are being done on a regular weekly basis?
No, and that started right about April of 2020 is when it really started, but now it's all across the whole board, and it bleeding into the delivery logistics too.
It is all part of a supply chain nightmare nationwide. Food suppliers can't find enough workers to process, prepare, and ship food to schools, restaurants, and grocery stores. Kress says one of his suppliers simply had to stop shipping chicken.
So they're able to process the product, they just don't have the people to do it.
Yes, correct.
And Tooele schools are not alone. Districts across the state, including Granite, Heber, Jordan, and Canyons, have told parents that thanks to the supply chain woes, menu items could change at a moment's notice.
We've had a number of problems pop up.
In Washington County, supply chain issues are across the board, and they've led to higher prices and disposable plates that aren't good enough to even be put in front of the kids.
Some have arrived with holes in them. They're thinner, they're weaker.
You know, we have at least 40 openings for nutrition service workers.
And at Alpine schools, the labor shortage is up close and personal.
There you go.
They are also having trouble getting people into the kitchen to prep the meals for kids.
I think our unemployment rate in Utah is an indication of why it's so difficult to find these employees.
We need to make sure we meet our goal every day of a safe and nutritious meal each day, every day for our kids.
Kress says getting food on the table has been a balancing act this year, and it doesn't look like those labor shortages are going to change anytime soon.
Are you concerned about what the future holds in terms of supply chain?
Yeah, it's always in the back of our mind, but we can make do.
Guys, in addition to shortages, schools are also seeing an increase in cost. However, COVID relief funds from the federal government have helped to alleviate some of those costs. Guys, back to you.
All right, Chris, thank you. If you have a tip on an education story you would like him and our Beyond the Books team to investigate, the phone number and the email are on your screen there, or go to KUTV.com.